Before we get started, I just have to ask, do you guys have your picture-in-picture on?
Picture on the picture?
Yes.
I guess.
Is it on? Would you mind taking it off?
Hey.
Can you take it off?
Yes. Give us a second.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, while that's going on, I am going to turn this chair over to Ben, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself and his work. He's got some great slides here and a little bit of a video clip also to show you what his work is like in his studio. Okay. Here we go.
So, hello everyone.
Hey, Ben.
Hi.
This is the first time I'm doing this, so
Us
it's gonna be a
too.
little weird and pretty cool. So, it's good to see you. I grew up a little bit north of you in Abington. So I went to Abington High School. I went to the Academy of Fine Art at the University of Pennsylvania for art school. And really, for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been working with education as a medium, creating artwork with younger people, mainly in elementary school and middle school. Sometimes I'll branch out and do projects with artists in high school. And this is the first time we're doing a project that's based in video conferencing. It's the first time for me doing a project like this. But I think how we're going to start this is I have a slideshow that I'll review my work with you and show you my process. We have it set up that we have about 3 sessions that hopefully we're going to do a project where we exchange drawings back and forth, and I manipulate things, you manipulate things, and in the end we'll come up with a project that's similar to maybe what I'm showing you, but hopefully it expands in a completely new direction. So I'll start showing some of my slides, and then I'll show you some slides from our work in the museum that Mr. Miller and I picked out, walking through. So yeah, I guess I'll just jump right into it, if that's all right. Yeah.
So can you see
So I'll
us
move over
clearly,
here.
Ben?
What's that?
Can you see us clearly?
I see you clearly, yeah.
Uh-oh.
We crossed the line.
You can
That's
see the
good.
spinach in my teeth?
I do not. I think I have sesames. So, yeah, I'll move over here and start you out. So, do I just click on this and push play? Or? All right. So I wanted to first show you a recent project I did that I thought was a ridiculous place to start, which was with the Pennsylvania flag, the seal of Pennsylvania. This was a project I worked on with a group of 4th graders and 6th graders at Bear Elementary in South Philadelphia. And they were studying about Pennsylvania, so we wanted to start really with this seal that was made 150, 175 years ago to represent the commerce and life of Philadelphia. So you have horses, you have the boats, you have a plow, and wheat grains. And it was something that really doesn't, we all agreed that it's a pretty cool image because it has horses, and 4th graders, 6th graders get into horses. But we wanted to change it up and make something that's more 21st century kind of thing. So we started by drawing this image, drawing over it with tracing paper, getting to know it pretty well, doing our research. I think I moved forward by pushing this. You can see Anna drawing, and really all my projects, it starts with just this initial thing, meeting with the teacher, seeing what they want to explore, and then seeing what happens when we begin that. As a group, we researched what would we add to this flag if it was new today. So the kids came up with things like satellites, cell phones, smart cars, brains, like all things that could represent what a flag would be if it was redesigned today or for the future. So what I did is I printed out all these digital prints of the things we researched as a group, as a class, and then they started adding these elements to the flag and swapping the horses out for satellites and things like that. Police cars, books. Once they had a final one really great drawing, they did 5 or 6 different drawings, redesigns of this flag. They picked their favorite one, they gave it to me, and I printed it out on 11 by 11 inch paper. So they'd find their final design that they loved, and then I'd give them a printout of a digital print of their drawing that they were able to color. And this is, I liked showing this example because we decided not to just color these like a regular coloring book, And since Pennsylvania was made up of many trees, the word comes from trees, we decided to go in the direction that all of our coloring would be trees. And it doesn't necessarily have a, it doesn't necessarily make sense, but we thought it really made sense as a visual art thing, as a visual art piece, in a way to explore drawing and color. So everyone filled in, instead of just coloring things in, we filled things in with making multiple little trees. And this is a drawing by 4th graders, so it's amazing once you kind of give them the tools, what can happen. Our show, this project was initiated by Fleischer Art Memorial in South Philadelphia. We had a show in the Works on Paper Gallery on Christian Street. And our show consisted of all of our drawings on one side, and all of our coloring drawings, and then a large digital print. Here's a close-up of the coloring drawings. And then a large digital print of all of our just black and white images overlapping. So this is about 60 artists' drawings overlapping. And you see a close-up of their reinterpreted, redefined Pennsylvania flags. And there's I was excited because there was a very dystopic, like things have almost fallen apart, but then they're coming back together with technology and almost a messed up progress that came out of these 4th and 6th graders. We titled it an expected or projected state, which was the definition of the future as defined by an online encyclopedia. Another project that you'll see in the video too is a project called Lineage that where it was done with middle school students, where they researched into their heritage, found 3 to 5 images from their heritage, and then began doing these composite drawings, taking different elements of all of these digital images and putting them together to make something, a completely new artwork based on their research and references. As individual projects, they took these drawings and put them over portraits of themselves. And as a class, we took the best drawing. They all did about 10 to 15 drawings, and they chose their best drawing and contributed it to a larger artwork that intertwined all 60 drawings together. So if you look at this central drawing right here, that is the little drawing right here on the side. And this is a detail of the actual final artwork, which ended up being about 12 by 4 feet. This is an image of the artwork in a gallery, the Asian Arts Initiative in Philadelphia. This was a show we had last December. We also printed out a really cheap version on regular copy paper, and we copied the image, the digital image, onto frosted glass. So you can see all the students, basically like a coloring book, filling in everybody else's drawings, and making puddles with acrylic paint over frosted glass. And this was installed at the school as you walked into the school in the entryway on the glass as you walked in. We also got chosen, and this is still up in DC, a digital print of this project is up in this outdoor exhibit that's been up for about 11 months at this point. We were able to take a bus down and see the project and visit the museums and everything. It was a really fun experience. But this is still up. This is where the convention center is going to be built in about 6 months or so, and then the project will come down, and I think they're going to ship the print back to us, and we're going to hang it at the school. But now I just really have a slideshow. That's really my process. It always starts with drawings. And really a lot of these projects are just coming out of that same starting point where you start drawing from some reference point or research, and it turns into many different projects. And this was drawing Native American artifacts and masks and trees. It's a large digital print, about 5 feet by 13 feet. You can see the close-up of the masks intertwining. This was done with a 7th grade class, a wild 7th grade class. It was hard to get anything done, but we did get a project done. We installed it in the windows again at the Fleischer Art Memorial, so it hung in those windows. You can zoom in. Thank you. This is a project called Orchestrion, which was we saw it as a graphic sound project where each student visualized what they considered to be their sound.